Hi, folks. Welcome to the preparedhomestead.com. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch. Been busy today. Yes, I'm dressed up. You're not seeing it all. It's not complete, but when I get it complete, I'll let you see it all. Got a little dressed up in our ERT uniform because I'm trying to do a little, talking with some businesses and stuff about donations, medical companies, hospitals in the area about, hey, throw a little bit of your medical supplies our way since, anyways, I know some of you are getting tired of me talking about it, but it's pretty amazing. It's amazing because, in this area, there's been such a huge lack of emergency medical services. Not saying that the people that are doing it have done it wrong or anything. There's just not been enough. Is the point. The paramedics, the ambulance that runs in this area is great. Those guys are awesome. The firemen that have existed in this area are great, but there's just not a lot of them. And so it's been making call times very, very long sometimes. So our people coming in and adding to that has been a huge boost, and not just in response time improvement, but just morale. Just excitement. So anyways, wanted to talk about a little bit of news. Couple of things that really jumped out at me today when I was looking. Number one, CBS News, and I know they're such a reputable news source, right? CBS News, but they claim that they have confirmed with Pentagon officials that we are hours or a day or two away from making some strikes inside of Iraq and Syria against Iran, and that their plan is to actually attack certain Iranian facilities that will have its Iranian buildings and with Iranian troops there. Now, of course, there's a lot here to unravel, and the first is if all this is exactly what's going to happen, then who's talking to the media, right? And while that's not really that unusual, in past times, it's usually been an agreement with the media and government, especially the big media, that they don't release that information if it compromises the mission. And if in fact that's what we're doing, and it's supposed to be the surprise attack, then wouldn't that compromise it? It makes you kind of wonder if what's going on really, and why would they be releasing that information? If you're Iran, wouldn't you just say, well, let's figure out where that is and try to figure it out and move all of our people out? So it's ridiculous. But the point is that it does seem like there could be an escalation. This is a retaliatory attack because of the drone attack on our soldiers that killed 3 service members and injured 25 others just a few days ago. And it's unfortunate that our troops get tangled up in politics, and that's really what it's really become. I mean, it's been that way for a long time, but it's become more and more. But anyways, in the next, I don't know, they didn't say a time, but soon is what they made it clear, that soon that these attacks could happen. And is that going to escalate things? Iran has already given warnings out saying, listen, there is a very hard red line, and you cross that and you touch Iranian sovereignty, Iranian troops, anything like that, and we will retaliate even more. So I don't know. Next one is kind of a big one, potentially, I think. I mean, we don't know yet, but I think, and I've been warning you for a long time, for months now, and so have others, about the possibility of infrastructure attacks here in the United States. And it was just a couple of days ago that most of the intelligence directors spoke before Congress, warning them of the potential for cyber attack or something like that soon, very soon, and how devastating, how much panic it would bring. Well, today, the largest oil refinery, or just refinery in the Midwest, it's located up in Indiana, shut down. Now, it didn't just shut down like normal, it lost power. There was a major power outage. There are video and pictures of smoke. It looks like something's on fire, something's burned up. They activated their emergency response team, and firefighters came in and they evacuated the facility, and they had to do a shutdown. And the BP is in charge of it, and they announced and told the city that they were shutting it down and evacuating. As of the recording of this video, I couldn't find any news agency that was reporting on why it happened. In fact, most of them were saying that there's still no word as to what went wrong. Even if it was some type of outside attack, are they going to tell us? Probably not, is my guess. But is that what this is? It's very possible. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but I mean, you know, you've got the largest refinery in the Midwest. What sounds and looks like, and I know I'm speculating here, but it almost looks like it went into some level of meltdown. Power outage, smoke, fire department coming in, evacuating the building, shutting it down. I don't know. I mean, it looks like some level of meltdown was happening, maybe. Something exploded, something. But the news is not reporting that yet because they say they don't know. Is this? And, you know, if it is and we never know, we never find out the truth, you know, is it going to just continue? Well, probably so. I mean, you know this, I know this. We've talked about it, you've thought it, other channels talk about it, of how this is going to continue to happen at a more repetitive base. Now, for the last couple of years at least, we have watched an increase, buildup of farms, chicken plants. Here recently, there's been several chicken plants catch fire. We've watched, you know, cattle. What was that one? All the cattle died because of a massive explosion. We've watched food facilities catch fire and burn, melt down, all these kind of things. We've watched countless industrial fires and explosions. Yes, those things happen. They happen on a regular basis. But it seems like they're happening more regular, and it's not just the amount of them, because if you go and you look up statistics, you can find statistics on some of these kind of things. And yes, they happen, but the amount of these things that happen that are as serious as what we've seen, you know, can a chemical plant catch fire occasionally? Yeah, but usually it's like a small contained fire. They put it out. They may shut the plant down for safety reasons so they can come in a couple of days and kind of inspect the area. And then they reopen. Maybe that little area is closed off, but they reopen and they're back in business. The things that we've been seeing happen over the last couple of years are way, way bigger than that. You know, we've watched entire facilities, warehouses, distribution centers, you know, farms, chicken plants, beef, pork, all this kind of stuff. You know, refineries, melt down, burn down, explode. I know what a lot of you think, and it's going to be similar to what I think, that this is all being done. It's being done to tear our system down. Can we prove it? Usually no. Usually we can't. Some of it could just be coincidental accidents. But I think a lot of it probably isn't, and that's just my opinion. And if it is true, if I'm correct and you're correct, then that means that it is getting worse. It is getting bigger. It is amplifying. And if we do, like the first little bit of news, make a more aggressive attack against Iran, if we do strike Iranian targets, if we do kill Iranian troops, will they retaliate more? And will their retaliation be just held in the Middle East, or will certain sleeper cells and stuff that are located in the United States activate? Because they exist. They are here. That's not a conspiracy theory or anything like that. And honestly, with all the illegals that's been pouring across the country, we have no clue of how many are here. It could get pretty messy. It could get, you know, pretty bad. Now, we don't need to go into panic mode. That's what they want us to do. That's why they say this stuff. That's why they get out there and say, oh, when it happens, people are going to panic. People are going to lose their minds. You know, that's why they say that, because they want you to panic. Don't do what they want you to do, folks. Don't panic. That's why we're prepared. That's why even if you're not anywhere near where you want to be, where your goals are when it comes to preparedness, your state of readiness, you're still prepared simply by your mindset, watching this kind of stuff. The little things that you do put you in a greater advantage than just the average person. And so when things do start really falling apart, when we start seeing infrastructure collapse, if we see it in a cascading effect even, whether it's regionally or nationally, don't panic. Keep your wits about you. Keep your head screwed on straight. You go into action, whatever your plan is, and do it. And be quick about it. And if you know what, if you jump the gun and you go into action, and then a day or two later you realize, wow, this wasn't as big as I thought it was, things are already starting to go back to normal, that's fine. That was not, false starts are not failures. That's just training. That's all that is. All a false start is just more training. You can sit back and analyze what you did, do your own little after action report and figure out, okay, I could have done this better. I shouldn't have done that. I should have done this. So don't worry if you go into, kind of, action, green lights given in your mind to get yourself, in gear for whatever you may think is going on. Even if you're wrong, even if it's not as bad, that's okay. The bottom line is we got to get ready and we got to be doing these things because even though there's still a chance things will kind of smooth over and we'll, eventually come out on the other end fine, there's a lot of stuff going on right now. And it could certainly be pointing us into a pretty, catastrophic, chaotic direction. And we got to get ready for it, folks. If in fact they are attacking refineries, when are they going to start attacking grid stuff? I'm not saying that they are. I'm not saying that that's what this is. But it does kind of start looking like it. So need to be getting your houses in order. You know this. Get yourselves prepared mentally, physically, and spiritually. That's the big one. And you need to be doing it today. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.